Hey, they might could do it better. I ain't tripping.
What's going on, man? It's RichinFaithTV, man. We back in the building, man. Working each and every day, man. Trying to become great guys. The best guys we can be. So I got a new artist in the building. Come all the way from Buffalo, New York, right? Ponzo Houdini, Buffalo, New York. What up? So shit, bro. What brought you out here to Atlanta, bro? I'm working, man. I got a movie audition scheduled here, and I got a video shoot. So, you know, I'm just networking while I'm here. Cool. So how long have you been doing music?
I've been doing music for 10 years, boss.
10 years, so you've been doing it down there over a decade.
Over a decade, man, just working.
So when did you discover that you had a passion and a talent for doing music?
I actually been doing music since high school, and you know, when I was a kid, I used to always like performing music at all my family gatherings, and then I started writing my own music in high school, so I'll say about high school.
So you 10 years in the game, right?
10 years in the game, facts.
So out of these 10 years you've been in the game, what have you gained from this?
Well, the last 3 years have been my most successful years, because you know, the first couple of years I didn't really know the business. I was just creating music, didn't know the business side. But as the last 3 years been going by, I've been learning more and more of the business, and I've been excelling, networking with industry execs and industry people that's already on a major platform, and I'm just building my fan base and building my reach outside of my network.
Cool. So I seen on your Instagram, are you signed to a label or you have your own label?
I actually own my own label, Cake Boss Life Entertainment. I had a record deal that was with Atlantic Records, but I actually didn't get the deal due to some factors in the situation. I basically didn't want to take a 360 deal for the short money that they was offering, and you know, that's what happened. And I didn't have the fan base that I needed in order to get the partnership deal that I wanted. So that's why Atlantic Records deal didn't work out for me.
So give us a little bit of knowledge about the industry. What is a 360 deal?
360 deal is when the labels get a percentage of everything you're doing. They get a publishing, merch, concert sales, album sales, streaming. They just take a percentage of everything. They give you a bag up front, and they just take a percentage of everything. Me, I'm a boss and I'm independent, and I put my own money up, so therefore I want a bigger lion's share. But you know, I'm not saying that I won't take a deal, but it's just got to be the right situation for me to where I'm gonna be beneficial. And the company obviously got to make money, so that's what it's all about. But you know, I just don't want to take pennies and be in debt over, you know, something that I can build up on my own. And really, all you need is a fan base. You really don't need a label with the internet now. You don't need a label. You need a fan base, and then once you get a fan base, you do direct consumer marketing, and you know, take over the game. And then the labels will come to you with a different type of bag.
Cool. So with 360 deals, is it a situation where like they offer you like $100,000, $300,000, and it's like, okay, well, once you make this, I make our money back, then you out the deal, or they continue to make interest off you?
Fact. And the way it work is, and I'm gonna just give you an example of the Atlantic Records deal. They wanted to give me $200,000 up front, and it was gonna be a 5-year, 2-album deal. Now, I didn't get no money until the $200,000 plus interest was paid. So I'm pretty sure they'd have probably wanted about $350,000 back. And then after the $350,000 was recouped, then I would start getting a 20% of everything that I made after that. And they still kept 80% of everything. So it's like a slave trade deal. Why would I sign for 200 bands when that's money that I can get on my own? You know what I'm saying? So that's why I feel like, you know, just keep working until build your fan base, and then, you know, once you got your fan base solidified, you can go direct to consumer with the internet. With all these social media sites and platforms, they make it easy for you to do it on your own. I mean, it's going to be hard work grinding and building your base, but you got to move around. You got to get out your local neighborhood and city and move around, and make sure you're going to all these big events, Summer Jams, BET Awards, South by Southwest, A3C. All of these events is major to your being established artist, because all the people that you're trying to meet is at these events, and also there are fans at these events. So that's what I learned, and that's what I'm continuously pushing to keep growing my base.
Cool. So like, I always thought, I'm not an artist, you know, I do what I do, but I always thought like, if I was in a situation where I get a 360 deal, I wonder why artists never, like, let's say they give me $300,000, okay, that's $300,000 mine though, but I gotta pay that back. So I always wonder why artists never finesse the industry and take that $300,000, invest it into some local businesses, make that back within 2 years, pay them off. It's like you never really lost though. You still gain money off them. You take their money and flip it, but you had them thinking, you know, don't go buy the jewelry and shit, you know, so you had them thinking you're doing that, but you investing their money into businesses, and then you making a whole lot of money. So why do you feel like artists don't never, like, think and sit down with their team and really come up with a way how to finesse the industry. Like if they giving you a 360 deal, they giving you 300,000. Why not take that 300,000, invest it into some businesses, make 500,000 off they three, then boom, you still gonna eat. You made money, you still making money with them. So why you feel like artists never make those type of moves?
Well, personally, that's a good thing to do. What you just said, bro, that's exactly the smart way to move. Everything you said, play by play, but it's the backside to it. Once these labels get you in a contract, they own you. So they tell you what to do, what not to do, when to release your project. So that's what it is. It takes away your creativity. So basically, it tells you that if you want to drop a project tomorrow and then drop another project next month, you can't do that. They put you whenever you in rotation, whenever they list the artists, you know they got their favorites that makes the most money for them. So they first priority. Then they worry about the new artists. So therefore, it's like them owning all of your rights, them owning all of your publishing, them telling you what to do. That's another frustrating factor. I mean, even though you get the money up front, they take all of your money. And, you know, as far as like you wanting to collab with certain artists, they can tell you no, that's a dub. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's just different things, though. It's like as far as with that money, it is like the money is just like something that's just dangled in front of you, but really it comes with a lot of BS on the back end. So, you know what I mean? But me personally, when I do get the situation that I'm looking for, I will take their money and invest it. That's first and foremost. You know, we the way I work in my business team is we do 70-30. We save 30. And I mean, we play with 30 and we save 70 and invest and, you know, put the rest up for a later day. And that's how we move. And I mean, 30 we play with, you know, take care of our family and then do what we got to do. But 70% is getting invested and saved. So, you know, what you said again, bro, is definitely a smart thing to do. Take their money or any money, even if it's not music business. Take that bread that you got, even if you're in the streets, because that's where I come from, the streets. You're in the streets out here doing your 1-2, or you got a job, you get a settlement, whatever you do, make sure you reinvest that money to bring you some more money so you ain't got to be out here looking for another lick to hit, another jug to hit. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be smart. We got to be woke now because our race is the only race that's not really moving the way we're supposed to. So we just got to be woke and we got to take advantage of these opportunities. And you know what I mean, we got to support each other too. You know what I'm saying? We got to start supporting our own kind. You know, because we be supporting a lot of different races. No disrespect to them races, but we support a lot of different races and we don't support ourselves. You know what I mean? And the people that's putting the products and the businesses out here, we got to have better customer service. We got to take care of our customers and be professional. You know, we can't be all hood and ghetto. There's a time and place for that. We got to be real professional when it comes to dealing with people and their money. So, like you said, bro, get the money, invest that shit, and do what you got to do. But, you know, with them 360 deals, they take advantage of your life, and they basically own you. Get up, go here, do this, got to do that. What, you don't want to do that? Man, what I say, get up and do that. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? A lot of people, it get real physical, and it sometimes get violent to get up out of some of these deals. And sometimes you got to pay a whole bunch of money, way more than they gave you in order to get out these deals. So, you know, it's a gift and a curse with that. So, you know what I mean? That's, for me personally, that's why I didn't take the 360 deal, because I didn't want the extra flack that comes along with taking these people money. It's just like on the streets, you take a front from a plug, and I need my money tomorrow, and you know the shit ain't moving as fast as it's supposed to be moving, and you don't get that money back the next week as an issue. So you know, the same type of way. You know, the labels is just plugs, and they fronting you off the shit until, you know what I mean, you make their money back, and that's just how that shit working.
Cool. So tell me a little bit about your street life. What was you doing in the streets to put you in a position where you making enough decent money to become independent artist? Like, you ain't got to go into detail to incriminate yourself though, but just give us just small little amounts about, because like right now it's gonna be a lot of artists that's gonna watch this. What kind of moves, what kind of advice you have for them that they should make to be able to put themselves on the platform to make them 100,000, and then put 80 into their business and play with the rest of it? You feel me? So give them some knowledge right now.
For me personally, so I can talk about my shit because I already been to jail and served time and parole for all of the crimes I committed, and since then I haven't been in the streets. But what I can say is that if you in the streets and you actively in the streets, save that money. Fuck frontings, fuck popping the bottles, fuck all the bullshit. That all gonna come later. When you struggling, just play the broke role. Just stay down and stack everything. Even though you see Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, everybody flexing, just wait. You gonna get your turn. Wait till you all the way up, and then that's when you bust with your move. You know what I'm saying? And the whole time while you stacking and playing the bum roll, not trying to get fly, you saving it. I ain't going to the club. I ain't buying the new J's, the new Balenciagas, the new Gucci. I ain't buying none of that shit. I'm playing and I'm waiting. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have a plan. First and foremost, have a plan. and stick to your plan. As I know it's going to be a lot of distractions around you, and you know you just got to be very, 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 very disciplined on yourself. And once you do get the money, just put that shit up. I don't give a fuck if it's not even from trapping in the streets. If you got a job and you working hard, save your money. If you getting 1,000 a week or 500 a week, make sure you save a percentage of that. It may take you a little longer than a street cat, but you're going to still have some money to save up. And then you get taxes. You get to file taxes every year. So use that wisely. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, me personally, my advice is from what I did was I was in the streets and I took my money and I stashed it away and I went to jail and did my time and I came home to my bread and then I made some moves with it and then, you know, never looked back. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I mean, I'm here to tell my story today, and I'm appreciative, and I thank God that I'm able to tell my story, and I'm not back like behind bars and all that shit. So, you know, but it's a stepping stone, and then for y'all that's out here listening to me, man, I just want y'all to know that gotta have an end goal, gotta have a plan. You can't just be out here waking up every day freestyling and doing this shit just for the fad. That shit ain't what it's about. They'll give you 100 years, or they'll take your life, or they'll rob you. That's what come with this shit. You know what I mean? I just want you to be fully aware of what comes with that street life. And the people that's working the job, don't let the job be your last hope and keep you stagnant. Use that as a stepping stone to save up your little money and build your own operation to where you your own boss, or you get a career to where you making enough money to where you can be able to start doing whatever you want to do, especially if you're doing music, because you need a bag. You can't do music on no budget. You need some type of budget because you're going to have to market and promote your product once you actually make your product. So that's what I got for you.
Cool. So I seen a video you was going to shoot a video and the police came messing with you.
Right.
So what type of love do you get from the people in your community? Are the cops after you, or why okay, for instance, like this is what I want to ask. Why did the cops come and try to shut down your video shoot?
Well, first of all, I come from downtown Buffalo, New York, and it's a high crime area, high drug area, so the cops was always around. And in that particular time, the way it looked to them for whatever reason is that it was some type of commotion going on, and somebody called the cops on me and said I was out there causing a disturbance in the neighborhood. So they called the cops on me, but you know, I'm not in the streets anymore. I'm not doing illegal activities no more, so I could talk to the police, you know what I'm saying, and talk to them sensible and let them know, like, listen, sir, I'm shooting a music video, ain't no troubles, ain't no drugs, ain't no guns. We just doing what we supposed to be doing, and ain't no problems over here. And then, you know, they just, you know, kept it pushing, you know what I mean, as they should, you know what I'm saying. So just dealing with the police these days, you know what I'm saying, you gotta just have some type of common sense when you're dealing with them. You know what I mean? Of course, you don't, you know what I mean, I know you don't like the police, I don't like the motherfuckers neither, but at the end of the day, we gotta know how to carry ourselves because they killing us out here, and then they getting away with it, and that's the fucked up part about it. So we gotta know how to carry ourselves when we out here dealing with them. So at the end of the day, I just preach that, you know what I mean, listen, you come across them, just keep it calm, cool, and collective, and you know what I mean, you ain't doing nothing wrong. Even if you is doing something wrong, act like it's, you know what I mean, everything is all good, and then, you know what I mean, most 9 times out of 10, they usually let you go unless you show them something that's going to make them go to the next level. But they was just fucking with me because it's a high crime area and, you know, a high drug area, so, you know, but at the end of the day, we prevailed through that situation with no permit. I was still able to shoot my video and continue on with my day, so, you know what I mean, I appreciate that.
That's a blessing. So take us into the times when you was locked up, when you was going in. I don't know how long you was locked up though, but help me get through your mind, your thought process when you was locked up in jail and knowing that, okay, I got money put up, but when I get out, I want to have a plan. So when you got out, did you just immediately attack your plan, or did it take you some time to really get adjusted to being out to the free world, then you attacked your plan?
Well, I was sentenced to 2 years upstate in prison for possession of a controlled substance, and I'm going to tell you, the whole time I was in there, I was plotting. I already knew I had the bag when I come home. I knew that I had to, you know, come up with a plan and already be efficient, so I was just reading books, writing raps, and working out. That's what I was doing, and making connections with official people. Now, you know, when you're in the system, and for the people that don't know, when you're in the system, there's people in there that's going to tell you who they is and not really those people, and when you get out to the outside world. So just got to cipher through the official people, and that's just like anything in this world. You in school, you in college, you know what I'm saying, anywhere you go, it's going to be people that's, you know, they call it capping from around this way, you know what I mean, it's going to be capping and, you know what I mean, flexing, and they not really those people. So, you know, me, I was just networking with the real official people that I seen the genuine, you know what I mean, the genuine realness that had in them. And, you know, I was building me a plan. And when I came home, I went full throttle. It was no holding back. If The only problem I did have was I was on parole, and parole put me on the ankle monitor GPS. So what ended up happening is I had 2 years post-release supervision, which is parole after I was released from prison. And parole was trying to stop me from traveling, so they wasn't trying to let me travel to do my music shit and promote my shit. So I just said fuck parole, and I cut the ankle monitor off and went on a run. I was on the run. At that time I said fuck it, went back to the streets, turned it up some more, you know what I mean. Then after I turned it up some more, I turned myself in and finished out my little parole time, came home, I was a free man, and then I went full throttle at it again. Like I said, full throttle. I ended up linking up with OJ the Juice Man, Zaytoven down here in the A. We shot the video Take a Bath, which is out now on YouTube. And, you know, I just been doing a whole bunch of other shit too, but, you know what I mean, building my brand. You know what I mean, I was performing at AC3 Awards Festival the last 2 years in a row. And shit, I just been moving, man, just continuously building this buzz. That's what it's about, just building your brand, building this buzz, connecting with fans. That's all you need is the fan love.
So let me ask you a question. What made you want to do an interview with RichinFaithTV?
RichinFaithTV, man, I was on Instagram and I just came across you in my Explorer ad, and I seen you working. I'm saying, you know, and then I checked you out, and I was like, yo, I like people that's on the come up and that's working and that's staying dedicated to their craft. And I said, you know what, I'm gonna be in Atlanta soon. I got to link with them. They doing what I like to see, because I'm an independent person that came from the come up with no handouts. I funded my shit on my own. I ain't got no big brothers, no big homies, no backing. It's just straight me grinding and putting my plans to work. And you know what I mean, like I said, I seen that and I said I gotta holler at homie and check in, and we gotta put this thing together. You heard?
Yeah, and I appreciate it, bro, because I ain't know I was on the Explore page.
Matter of fact, you was on there with the homie Prophet P, I think his name is.
Yeah,
Prophet P. Shout out to homie. I see he down here working too.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, homie. Salute.
Yeah, I can link you with Holmes if you want to make that happen, though. He a real street nigga from the A. Real fuck boy nigga. Shout out to my nigga, though. But look, man, listen, man. It was great doing the interview with you, man. Real genuine person, man. Anything else you want to say before we slide?
Yeah, definitely. I just wanted to say, man, I appreciate everybody that's watching. And if you can learn something and take something from this interview, man, to be successful, and follow me on Instagram at Ponzo Houdini, PONZOHOUDINI, and that's at Ponzo Houdini, PONZOHOUDINI. I'm on Facebook, Twitter. Also, you can follow me on Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music. I got over 50 videos on YouTube. Man, get in tune, because there's a lot of shit that's about to happen. And I'm also going to be on the big screen soon. I got an audition for a TV series that's going to be on Stars. Most likely I'm going to get the role, because they already told me a bunch of stuff that basically let me know that I'm going to be that character. So just be on the lookout for that, Stars, the major network. And we're going to keep doing big things for this music. So it's Ponzo Houdini, all the way from Buffalo, New York. Atlanta is my second home. I love it here, and I appreciate the hospitality every time I pull up.
Yeah, man, this RichinFaithTV, man. You know, we the first to have him on TV, man. Let's get right, man. Let's get with it, and let's keep pushing. We out.